Hey there, this is the Beard Out Podcast where we talk about two of the greatest things in the world, beer and Weird Al. And we're coming at you completely pre-recorded from a split-level cave 20 miles below the surface of the earth. And we are proud to be a member of the OddPods Media Network. So, let's just get on with this stupid show.
I'm Richie, aka Midnight Agent Raw.
I'm Devin, aka Special Delivery Dev.
We're the Super Media Bros podcast. And each week, we give a comedically informative take on movies,
Music,
television,
pro wrestling,
and much more. Check us out at supermediabrospodcast.com, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere else that you can listen to podcasts. Shades on.
We're off.
Here's the music.
Well, hey, how are you doing? Have a seat. Have a drink. Boy, I can glad to see ya. What can you say? Where's Lala?
All right, folks, it's time for another very special episode of the Beard Out Podcast. And because it's a very special episode, that means my brother John is not here because he's not very special. I have very special people on to talk about very special topics. And this is, of course, the podcast where we talk about two of the greatest things in the world. And my very special guest is going to help me with this because I have a bottle and he has a can. So we talk about two of the greatest things in the world, beer. Thank you. And Weird Al. And MJ is my guest today. MJ has been here before and he is back again because apparently I did not scare him off, which pleases me greatly. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Sorry, I had to pour in my glass real quick and I didn't know if you wanted that noise as well.
Oh, no. I mean, any beer noise is fine noise as far as I'm concerned.
Good.
So beer noise is positive noise.
Yes, that's true.
But yeah, so like you have been here before, and when you were here before, you were like deep in the middle of Let's Jaws for a minute, but that has since wrapped up. So let's tell the people what it is you're working on now, what you're doing, and how all of that is, what you want the people to hear from you.
Yeah, sure. Let's Jaws for a Minute was my podcast that went minute by minute through the film Jaws.
So brilliant.
Watched a minute of the film and then talked about it for an hour, which we later learned that most minute by minute breakdown podcasts are about 20 to 30 minutes long. And we were like, well, we didn't get that memo. So yeah, we finished that up. That's an 80 episode series that you can go and listen to wherever your pods are casted. Now it's sort of audience choice. So we have like series or seasons lined up. We just finished season 2 of Let's Jaws for a Minute, which was the first part of Steven Spielberg's entire filmography. We're not doing it minute by minute. We're talking about just the films as a whole. But we did Duel through Hook is the last episode of season 1 of Spielberg. And then the audience got to decide what our next series is going to be. And we don't know what that is yet. We haven't put out the poll yet. So stay tuned. At time of release, we will know. At time of record, we do not. So.
Oh, see, time is a flat circle. We say that here because we get ahead of the game with recording sometimes. And it's like, you know what? Life is what it is. But yeah, I mean, check on that, people, because it's a fun time. That whole minute by minute thing, like, absolutely blew my mind how you can get so granular with stuff. And it's so great.
Yeah, it's fun. And then I have another podcast called Real Perspective. That's REEL Perspective. And that's more of your traditional, like, current release movies and TV shows sort of criticism and analysis. So, and the most recent episode of that is our holiday episode where we presented, the first half is us presenting like one favorite Christmas film. And then the second half is a talk about A Muppet Christmas Carol, which I don't think I've ever seen.
I very literally just watched that like an hour ago. I'm not even kidding.
I'm watching it for the podcast. We're recording that tomorrow at time of this record, and I'm watching that after we sign off here.
That's so great. I love that we will have watched that on the same day. My fiance had actually never seen it before, so we put that on, and he put on Facebook, another movie I've never seen. We're watching it now. And people are like freaking out. Like, how have you never seen a Muppet Christmas Carol? It's like people have different lives, man.
Yeah, well, I think the thing is too, though, I'm a huge Muppets fan, and I think it's one of those movies that like I accidentally gaslighted myself into thinking I had seen. Because the internet freaks out about it so much every year that I was just like, oh yeah, I've seen that. And like, I'm pretty sure I haven't. Like, I'll know in an hour or two, but the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I don't know if I've ever actually sat down and watched this start to finish. Like, I've seen bits and pieces.
That's wild. That's wild. Yeah. I mean, if you're a huge Muppet fan, like you're going to have absolutely no issue with it whatsoever. I'm excited for you. I will be thinking about you later and how much you were enjoying what you're seeing.
I'm sure it's delightful.
It is delightful. Before we jump into the meat of this episode, which, by the way, if you haven't read the episode title, we are ranking the tracks on Alpocalypse. And for those of you keeping score at home, this is the last album that we've had to rank. And so we're doing it. Yay!
Hooray.
It's happened. And look at this. We did this before 2022 was over. So that's very exciting for me and everyone in the world. We will have one more ranking episode coming out for you early in 2023 because it's a very, very special ranking episode with a very, very special guest that I think you will all be delighted to hear. But I digress. Before we begin with that, we do have beverages because it is the Beard Owl podcast. I will very quickly say that I am drinking a Victory Merry Monkey. It is the Christmas offering from Victory Brewing Company, and I enjoy it deeply. It is a Belgian-style ale with cranberry, orange peel, cinnamon, and nutmeg. It's a treat.
Yeah, that sounds very good. There's a brewery here, New Belgium. I'm out in Colorado.
Yes.
And they have a very similar brew for the holidays, which I'm not partaking in alcohol during the month of December. So I tried a sample of it and I was like, I might have made a mistake.
Yeah, December's not the month to do that. January's...
That's why I did it, because I was like, I'm gonna do the hard version. Like,
oh my god,
my broken brain was like, so I'm. It's not all of December. I think I'm gonna go until New Year's Eve. That's okay. That's my goal. So
that's fair. That's an admirable goal.
Also, I like the ring of Drycember more than I like Dry January. So.
Yeah, I get that. That.
So it was definitely the branding of it definitely influenced the decision more than I feel like I should admit.
That's great. Well, branding strikes again. But you did come with a beverage to the show.
I did. Yeah. I went and got some non-alcoholic brews from Athletic Brewing.
They're good.
So I have two actually different ones. I started with it's the light copper cerveza atletica, which is like a Mexican pilsner or Mexican lager type. And then later in the show, after I run out of this, I will do the Upside Dawn golden ale. So
that's nice. And I mean, again, for those folks listening, the Athletic Brewing Company, they are tasty. I've had the IPA that they put out, and it's one of those like if you didn't know, you wouldn't know type situations,
right?
So yeah, they do good stuff. So for those of you that love the taste of beer, but want to take a little break, Athletic is great, and they are not sponsoring this show in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
but they have my Lauren endorsement.
Yeah, non-alcoholic beers come a long way, I feel like.
For sure.
I remember when they were just like the joke, of like O'Doul's or whatever. But everyone has a non-alcoholic beer now. Like there's a non-alcoholic Bud Light, non-alcoholic Heineken. There's this company called, I think, Brooklyn Brewery that has really good non-alcoholic beer. They're my favorites I've had so far.
That's so great. Like that's so cool. I always say that I'm into craft beer for the taste. And that is mostly true, but I still find myself being like, what's the ABV on that?
Yeah.
Like, so it's interesting to like actually truly do it for the taste. And those NA beers are great for that.
Yeah. I find that they're also like not as they don't have like quite the relaxant effect, but they placebo enough to where they do.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's, something to keep stocked in the fridge. You never know. You want a beer, but you gotta wake up at 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, let's dive into Alpocalypse. So for those of you that know how these ranking episodes go, we work off of my guests list from their least favorite to their most favorite. And we say it that way because there are no bad Weird Al songs. There are just Weird Al songs that we like less than others.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and then I will just kind of see how our rankings stack up. I have a feeling we're going to be in agreement on a lot of things because pre-show we were having a bit of a chit chat and we agreed on one very salient point. So
Yes. Yeah. There's 12 songs on here. Oh my gosh, I skipped 2 songs. Hang on.
oh god, this is not the first time. You recalibrate yourself. This is not the first time this happened. I had my fiance son Zach on to talk about the Mandatory Fun album, and he had totally skipped a song, and we didn't realize it until we got to like the end, and he was like, "Oh no!" And then he looked at it and he goes, "Oh, that would have been my last place song anyway. That's probably why I forgot about it." I was like, "Yeah."
The other 2 are kind of towards the bottom, so that makes sense. All right. We'll do that one above this one.
You're hearing the magic in process, people. It's a beautiful thing. Great.
Cool.
I'm old school with these things. I literally have a notebook in front of me and I cross things off as we go.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah.
I cross off the songs that we eliminate and I cross off the number we're on so I can hopefully keep track of where we are. So, with all that said, now that you've recalibrated yourself, what do you have at number 12?
I have song number 12 at number 12. Stop forwarding that crap to me.
Me too.
12. Yeah, it's I don't know. It gets a little, and he makes a joke about it being repetitive, but I'm not sure it's enough.
Yeah. Yeah. And I will tell you why I have this at number 12 and see if you agree with me here. Weird Al has set such a precedent for himself of really great closing tracks on his album.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not that.
Yeah. Yeah. I 100% agree. It's, you can tell it, I don't want to say it feels forced. I don't think that's the right language because I don't think he makes things that feel forced, but it's just like after a while, like it's the Weird Al closing track thing of like one joke that's drawn out for a 6-minute song, but the joke gets kind of sweaty halfway through. And then the arrangement gets kind of sweaty halfway through. And then he kind of tries to make up for it by being tongue in cheek about it, but it's still a 6-minute song. So it's like, yeah, like it's fun and funny that you're making fun of the fact that it's a 6-minute song, but it's still a 6-minute song.
Right. Oh, for sure. I mean, it is based in some realism when dealing with the let's say older generations on the internet, not quite understanding how the internet works. So there is definitely a nugget of truth in that. And I feel like the spirit of this definitely translates into the social media age with, copy and paste and put on your wall. And if you don't, I know we're not real friends. Like that's still a thing that happens. But I agree with everything you said about this song. We can move past it. We can jump right past it because we're going to have way more to talk about with songs we like more. What do you have at 11?
Number 11, I have Another Tattoo.
Okay, that is my number 9.
Okay. Yeah, it honestly, I think it's because as a tattooed gentleman myself, it feels a little judgy.
I can see that. Okay, we can have this conversation as I do not yet have a tattoo upon myself. I was party to purchasing a tattoo because I lost a bet with my brother, so I had to partly pay for the one tattoo that he has. I watched him get it, and I paid for half of it.
Okay.
But that is my only experience with tattoos so far. Yeah, it is definitely judgy. It's like, but think about it. 2009, though. This is very the judginess of it is still kind of a product of its time,
right?
Like the employability of heavily tattooed people and all this, that, and the other. I get that, and I feel like we largely as a society have moved past that. But this song is firmly rooted in when it happened.
Yeah, for sure. And I obviously don't think I had that hang up back when I didn't have tattoos. So, but now, like, re-listening to it for the episode, I was just like, this feels a little mean to me specifically. Like, and I have three. I only have three, but it was just like, hey, that's I think it also feels weird because of how sort of let your freak flag fly Al is. It just has a weird tone coming from him.
Yeah, it definitely does. Yeah, I feel that. Because I don't think Weird Al would personally have a problem with any of
Yeah.
this stuff. He might have just been leaning into the joke a lot.
Right.
But I mean, like, it's a Boba Fett playing clarinet. That
Yeah.
line alone is why it's at my number 9 and not further down the list, because I just find that line to be really, really funny.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But also, it's framed as like, that's a stupid tattoo. But if I saw someone with that tattoo, it would be great.
It would be great. It would be great. A lot of the tattoos that he mentions are actually great. What do you have at number 10?
Number 10, I have a song that makes Weird Al history, in that it is, to my knowledge, the only parody that shares its name with the song it is parodying, and that is Whatever You Like.
Yes, I have that at number 11. I don't hate this song. It is very much one of my least favorite Weird Al songs.
General.
In general. Yeah, because John and I, in doing this show, we kind of have a master ranking list of all of our Weird Al songs.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, as the rankings stand now, this song is last.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Whoa. Why is it last? Like, I think it's not great. I think it's pretty much in the middle, I would say, for me.
I would say that John is the one who could speak to our weird algorithm with how the rankings go, because we ranked the albums as a whole, and then we went more granular and ranked the songs in the album. And Alpocalypse is pretty down there as far as albums go, and this being our cumulative least favorite song on Alpocalypse means it's like our least favorite song on our least favorite album, which is what put it where it went. But yeah, I think this is the only parody that has the exact same title as the song that it is parodying, and it's almost saying the exact same thing with just a slightly different narrator.
Yeah, that's true. I hadn't considered that. I think the other thing too is, like, this was, from what I remember, even though this is mostly the Internet Leaks EP, which we talked about, or which we will talk about probably.
Yes.
I remember this being the lead single off the record.
Yeah, this was definitely one of them. It was either that or Perform This Way, which we'll get to later, because they both had videos. Perform This Way definitely had a better video than this. Yeah. But yeah,
well, 10 of the 12 songs had videos.
Yeah. This one got pushed a lot for how just kind of there it is.
Yeah, well, I think the other thing is, I think it's got two problems. One, it's trying to recapture the magic of White and Nerdy. Two, it doesn't have as memorable of a hook as White and Nerdy does. Three, the song hasn't stuck around. Like, White and Dirty is a punchline in like a Hertz commercial now.
Yeah.
And like, I can't tell you the last time I heard Whatever You Like by T.I. out in the wild.
No. And that's the thing too. There are some Weird Al parodies that stick whether or not the original song has stuck. Like Here's Johnny off of Polka Party.
Yeah.
That, like, among like big Weird Al fans, that's a great, song. But like Who's Johnny did not stick.
Yeah.
That wasn't a hit at all, really. It didn't do much of anything.
I mean, I would say, even, I know it was big at the time, but I feel like you hear not a lot about, Hey Mickey in 2022. And
no.
There's jokes that I think most people there's jokes about the song Ricky in the Al Yankovic Story that I think most people who are Weird Al fans get.
Oh, for sure. Sure. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get a little bit about this right now. Like, there are layers to Weird Al fans, right? There are those that like, oh yeah, I like Weird Al. That guy's cool. You know, he's doing the stuff. And then there are like deeply entrenched Weird Al fans that like know all of the stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm in a bunch of Weird Al groups in various places online. And sometimes people will ask questions that I go like, oh my God, I saw one the other day. Oh my gosh, the backup vocalist on one of these songs is named Lisa Popeil. Is that?
Mhm.
I'm like, yeah, but yes, like this is a
Yeah.
whole thing though. It's a
Yeah.
whole thing. How are you? You know, and so then you have to take a step back and be like, I'm not going to be that person. Be like, how do you not know this? Because
Yeah.
not everybody is me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. We're going to move right along to your number 9.
Number 9, I have ringtone.
That's my number 10. See, so our bottom
Yeah.
4 are the same, just
Yeah.
in slightly different order.
Yep. Yeah. I think this illustrates why it's there. I didn't understand what style parody this was supposed to be.
Me either. And when the internet has to tell you that
Mhm.
this is supposed to be Queen,
It does not sound like a Queen song at all.
no, it doesn't.
My best guess was Steve Miller Band.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to listen to it again with that in mind and see if I feel that.
Okay.
Because I guess I get the fact that the song has parts and chapters and
Mhm.
stuff like that that could lean you towards Queen, but like there are so many other artists that do songs with different
Yeah.
chapters. It's not just Queen doing that. So
Yeah.
I don't know if the fact that it's on the internet as saying this is supposed to be a Queen pastiche was intentional, or if this is something that the internet just kind of collectively said, well, this might be what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's kind of just one joke, which is something Al doesn't really do, is, oh, hey, this is like a one joke song, right? Like if you look at something like, we talked about this on my other podcast about when we did our episode on the Al Yankovic story, something like Foil or A Complicated Song, like they evolve, right? Like
Yes.
there's each verse is a different joke, but it's still the same song parody. This is just one joke, which is my ringtone's embarrassing. Or my ringtone sucks.
Yeah, which is weird because it's a song that's supposed to have chapters and musically it does, but like thematically it doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. I think the other thing too is that the ringtone is by and large dead. Like I don't know anyone who has their phone on loud unless they're like on call for their job or waiting on like an emergency phone call now.
Yeah, no, literally like today I put the ringer on my phone for maybe a half an hour for the first time, and I couldn't even tell you how long. And it was literally just because my car had a tire that was very low, so I went to a tire shop, and then we walked over to a gas station to get a snack. And I was like, well, if they call me about my car, I need to want to make sure I'm able to hear it, you know. And but that's it. Like my phone is never has a sound, but I do remember the time when I would carefully curate what my phone's ringtone was.
Oh yeah. What was your favorite one that you had?
I never actually like purchased or downloaded them. Do you remember when you could like program tones and stuff into it and do it? I did my best to try and like program like Rhiannon by Fleetwood Mac, so my phone would go do 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 do. And I actually, it's so funny. I play Animal Crossing, and my character's name in Animal Crossing is Rhiannon, and you can make like a town tune. So like when the clock rings in your town and stuff like that, you can program it in. And I remembered programming Rhiannon into my phone. So like the clock on my island goes dun 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 dun.
That's pretty good.
I was like, well, this is a skill that I picked up when I had a T9 phone.
Oh shoot. Mine, I did the same. I didn't do the same thing with programming the tones. I would go online and download songs that I wanted, clip them in Audacity, and then found a website where you can upload a file and send it as a text message to your phone back in the flip phone days even. And I would do that. I had bespoke ringtones for myself.
Oh my God. Like you're a legend.
So,
ringtone legend.
So my favorite one that looking back, I'm not embarrassed by, because I was a teenager, so whatever, but it was really annoying, was, are you familiar with the website Weeble's Stuff?
No.
They did, this is like deep internet lore. They did like Salad Fingers and Kenya, Come to Kenya, We've Got
wait,
Lions.
can you see lions? Only in Kenya.
Yeah. That was them. They had this song called Magical Trevor about a wizard who makes cows disappear. And how his hat was filled with beans. So I made Magical Trevor my ringtone for like a couple years.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, see, now I'm wishing that I had the Kenya song. Only in Kenya.
Yeah, it'd be a good
got
one.
Lions. I was out at karaoke last night, and my friend Jen, she walked away for a second, and her phone was on the bar. And she got a phone call from an unknown caller, and her ringer was on, and she has a ringtone for unknown callers, and it's Men at Work. Who can it be now?
That's pretty good. That's
like,
pretty good.
So I'm sitting there, and like the karaoke's happening, and then next to me I hear, "Who can it be now?" And I'm like, Jen, this is so great.
That's really good.
So I love that people are still doing it, but yeah, this song is not the best.
No.
What do you have at number 8?
Number 8, I have Polka Face.
Oh, that's my number 7. We are lining up quite nicely here.
Yeah. Not the best polka. I'd kind of check out halfway through. I feel like it starts pretty strong.
It does.
And then after the Kid Cudi song kind of falls off a cliff.
Yeah. For me, like, because this was a time in pop music that I was not like super into, like what was
that too
happening and stuff like that. So yes, I mean, I love Lady Gaga so much. So I love the way it starts and I love the way it ends. And this polka has a fun distinction of opening and closing with the same song. It's the only polka that does that.
It's also, I think you may know better than I do, that it's the only polka where there's an artist that is parodied elsewhere on the album.
I'd have to consult our spreadsheets, but I think you're right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, commenters, if we're wrong, let me know. But I'm pretty sure in the moment, I think he's right.
Yep.
But
I also
we're human.
I think I got to see the live debut of this song.
Neato.
Yeah. Because he did this, he did the Internet Leaks EP, which is the majority of this album. And he didn't really tour a lot after the Straight Outta Linwood record, from what I remember.
Right.
And he went into Al's Brain at the Orange County Fair, or Al's Brain in 3D at the Orange County Fair, and he played, and I went to that show. And so that was my favorite time I saw Weird Al, because he wasn't promoting an album, so he just kind of did whatever he wanted. And so the set list was like really kind of all over the place.
So one might say that he could do whatever he'd like.
Yes. Yeah. He also did You're Pitiful. So I got to see him do You're Pitiful live.
I got to see that too, because I saw this I saw that because that was on the Straight Outta Linwood tour that he was doing that. I saw him do You're Pitiful twice. Did he do did he do the whole shirt taking off?
Yeah. With the Columbia record sucks.
The Columbia record sucks. Did he still end in a SpongeBob t-shirt with a tutu in the shorts?
Yep.
That's brilliant.
Yep.
So beautiful.
So it was a weird show because it was pre-Perform This Way coming out. So he didn't actually do Perform This Way.
Okay.
But it was like post Linwood tour. So it was just like this weird amalgamation of like half Linwood tour, half workshopping some new stuff. So he opened with this song.
Cool.
Yeah. And it was just like, I don't think I've ever seen him do a polka live before. And it just like looking back, I was just like, he kind of just felt like he could because it wasn't in service of like a larger project he was working on. Like he was there, the project he was there to promote was Al's Brain, which, not an album.
No, it's just his brain.
Yep. So I got to see Al's Brain at the Orange County Fair too, which was cool.
That's so great. Yeah. That is so neat. That's fun. I mean, I love seeing. I love hearing about people, like people that are big. Like Weird Al was big at that time. Like he's a big enough person to say like it's a rare thing to get to catch him workshopping stuff and not feeling like he's got to be like perfect doing the thing that he's doing, which is Slight sidebar, I guess, but I'm not apologizing. It's my show. This is one of the things that I think was magical about both the ridiculously self-indulgent, ill-advised vanity tour and the unfortunate return of the ridiculously self-indulgent, ill-advised vanity tour,
Mhm.
is that they kind of captured that feeling in a way that was slightly more intentional, I guess. Because I
Yeah.
mean, they were all just kind of sitting there and playing stuff that like maybe they hadn't done in years, and that the fans wanted to hear, and all this, that, and the other, and it didn't have that polished like boom, like way in your face, like
Yeah.
audio visual experience that a Weird Al show usually is. So it that whole tour felt workshoppy in like the best way. So I
Mhm.
love that you got to see what you got to see too. That's so
Yeah.
neat.
Let me see. Trying to see. Was it? Yeah. Okay. It had to have been this. It was in 2010, August 14th, 2010. I found the set list.
Cool.
Yep.
See, I wish you had told me you were trying to look something up because I could have used my button.
Wait a minute. I'll go check.
I didn't know you had that.
I have buttons now that I
That's
can
pretty
push for
good.
Weird Al stuff. So like if you say something that like I really, really agree with,
Yes.
see?
All right.
It's a good time. It's a good time. Yeah.
Yeah. It was definitely this one. I remember this whole set list now. August 14th, 2010 is when I saw it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Because this came out in 2011, right?
Alpocalypse, yeah.
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 So this is post Linwood, pre Alpocalypse, just kind of messing around.
That's so cool. Alpocalypse, right? See, now I'm second guessing myself because in my brain I was like, is it? Yeah, 2011. You're right. Somehow my brain I was thinking 2009, but that doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah, it
It's
was definitely
2009 when Internet Leaks came out.
that would do it. That's what it is because half of this was 2009.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, and so I guess it's time to kind of move the curtain, open up the curtain, do whatever it
Yeah.
is, whatever that word is for people. Because before we recorded, MJ and I were talking and how it was like, man, the second half of this, it really falls off. It's like, yeah, because the first half of it is the internet leaks and the second half does definitely fall off. And so I knew we were going to be pretty similar in that regard because like so far we definitely are,
Yeah.
and
two of the songs we have ranked low are on Internet Leaks.
but still they were the weaker tracks on internet leaks. They can't all be gems.
No.
What do you have at number 7?
Number 7, I have If That Isn't Love.
Okay, that's my number 5.
Okay.
Still not far apart, but definitely.
I think it's the weakest like Weird Al funny love song or like breakup song type deal. Like, I don't know. I feel like stuff like You Don't Love Me Anymore, One More Minute is like it's the opposite side of the coin, right? Because it's like breakup songs. But I love those songs so much that whenever he dips into like funny romance, it just has such an uphill climb for me. Like I think, well, we'll get to it. I think that You Don't Love Me Anymore is my second favorite Al song, which I have as recently as my episode on Weird the Al Yankovic Story said was my favorite Weird Al song. But I think my favorite Weird Al song is actually on this album. Yep. So, yeah, but that's up there. It's definitely top 5 favorite Al song for me. So it's just anytime he bumps up close to that kind of similar vein, it just has such an uphill climb to hit the high of You Don't Love Me Anymore.
I get that. I totally do. And I think that for me personally, I am probably my opinion of If That Isn't Love is swayed by kind of knowing the impetus for this song in the first place was like Al was out with his wife, Suzanne, and they saw a sunset and he literally looked at her and just kind of in the moment was like, oh man, he goes, you make that sunset look like a big fat turd.
Yeah.
And it was a moment from his relationship with, his really solid, great, wonderful relationship that became this song. And I kind of love how the narrator of the song is sort of doing the bare minimum.
Yeah. It's a good joke. It's a good premise. Like there's funny lines in it too about like warming your hands between my butt crack is a really strong opening line. Really funny.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not a bad Weird Al, funny romance song. But
No. But I get like, again, for like your context, like there are better Weird Al romance songs than this for sure. I personally don't have this ranked any higher than like One More Minute or You Don't Love Me Anymore. But
yeah.
as far as the context of this album goes, it's definitely top 5 for me because I mean, to use language that the kids probably used up until about 3 years ago, it's a bop. Like this, the song, you can definitely like if this popped up on random, I would 100% not skip it ever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
there are
yeah,
Weird
yeah.
Al songs I can't always say that about, but like I will always leave this one on because I just find it supremely listenable.
Yeah, that's true.
And I mean, it's a Hanson pastiche, so like that's
Okay. Yeah.
that's kind of my
I don't think I got that listening to it, but now I hear it.
right.
Yeah, I totally hear it, which is fun because the relationship he has with those boys.
Yep, with those boys.
Yep.
And their millions of children.
Do they have a bunch of kids?
Oh my god, dude! I think Taylor has like 8, and I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not even exaggerating.
Whoa!
I think between the 3 Hanson brothers, you're pushing like almost 20 children.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Whoa! I didn't realize that.
Yeah, those Hansons, they bopped. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, they replaced the she-bop with the bop.
They did replace the she-bop with the bop. That's great. I love it. Oh god. All right, we are halfway through the album. We got to get to your number 6.
Number 6 is, I feel like this one might be a controversial one, and it's not. Now we're getting into songs that like I had to maybe kill some darlings on this. So it's TMZ.
That's also my number 6.
Oh, okay. One of the better parodies on the record. I think by and large, though, the originals on this album outshine the parodies.
Yes, that's for sure. That is for darn sure.
Yeah. It's good. It's really well mixed. I think it might be the best mixed song on the record.
Okay. Yeah.
I really like the way he gets the banjo line in the outro. Makes me laugh every time. Because it's once again that thing where it's like, if we're going to be funny, we got to be good too.
Yes.
And that's one of the reasons I love Al. And so it's a really good parody of the song, and it's a really good, I think it's hard to walk the line of like feeling bad for celebrities, but also he is a celebrity, but also he knows that people kind of don't care about celebrities whining about TMZ, but it's also got to be really annoying if you're famous to have TMZ in your face all the time. Like I've even seen Weird Al on TMZ, and I'm just like, guys, leave him alone.
Yeah, Weird Al is sacred. Like don't. He's not. First of all, Weird Al's not going to give TMZ any news to really report on. Anyway.
Yeah.
Like Weird Al gets a soy latte.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that. He's one of us. Like, yeah. No, he always has been though.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's not going to give him anything salacious. Also, there's like a weird reference to his former co-star Michael Richards.
I'm trying to flip through my brain
where he says the celebrity can't go on a racist rant.
Oh yeah,
without TMZ being there.
Oh, I didn't put. Maybe that. I mean, I guess
I'm looking something up. When did Michael Richards ruin his career?
I'll go check.
2006, 2007.
Okay, so maybe. I guess there's just such a multitude of celebrities that have gone on racist rants that I didn't put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah. I mean, that was my thought. Is that it's a nod to Michael Richards.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, a perfect artist to parody with this subject matter.
I agree.
Because she's so famous.
And this only gets more true as time goes on.
Yeah. One of the few artists that has actually really, gone on to be even bigger than she was here. And she was huge around this time.
Yeah.
That song, that is it You Belong With Me?
You Belong With Me.
That song was huge. It was massive.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that Taste Way. She's doing
Yeah.
what she do.
Yep.
Doing what she do. Breaking Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
That was already broken.
Yeah,
And we should have listened to Eddie Vedder when we had the chance.
I know that was kind of the meme of like Gen X and millennials of a certain age, right? Is it was just like, oh, this is your first time dealing with Ticketmaster being horrible, huh? Like,
I saw one about that whole Ticketmaster thing. Somebody basically said, "Oh, we should have listened to Eddie Vedder when we had the chance," and then somebody was like, "We tried, but we couldn't understand what he was saying."
That's pretty good. That's
I was
pretty good.
like, fair game, fair play.
Yeah, I think. The thing is, I think it's about to happen a second time in the span of a calendar year with that Death Cab for Cutie postal service tour that just got announced.
Yeah,
because it is not like a wise financial decision for me to try to get tickets to that show, but I'm gonna.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, like I'm just like hearing Give Up live for the one at all, let alone 20 years after the fact, and the first time in 10 years they've toured. Like I gotta try to go to that.
Oh no, trust me, I know. Completely different era and genre, but two of my favorites, Billy Joel and Stevie Nicks. Are touring together. And I was like, was this made for me? Was this made exactly for me as a person? And so if they're anywhere within a reasonable distance of me, I literally just saw Stevie Nicks for my birthday, like in October. And I'm like, but Billy Joel though, also with that. Yeah. I've seen Billy Joel too. And like, oh, I would just love to see them together. Like, why? It's just so weird. It doesn't even make sense. Weird.
I had that happen. My two favorite artists of all time are a folk artist named Josh Ritter, and then like a alt country band called Old 97s.
Oh yeah.
Old 97s were just in the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special on Disney Plus, which is weird that the Old 97s are MCU canon now. But here we are. But they did a headline show in LA, and I was just like, this is a show for exactly one person, and it's me. Actually, I have my Josh Ritter backstage lanyard right here. And so I was just like, who is this for? And the amount of people who showed up for both of them was next to none. Like they showed up for one or the other. And I was like, yeah that makes sense.
Right?
So yeah, I don't understand how they came about that.
I would be screaming my brains out at both of them.
Yeah, like, exactly.
I love Billy Joel. I have a Billy Joel poster right here and a Stevie Nicks poster right here. And I'm pointing at my wall. They are right next to each other. It's like, I love both of them so much. They both made my top 5 on my Spotify Wrapped for 2022. Yeah. Like, I love them. Yeah. So I don't understand.
Fun fact, I have the same birthday as Stevie Nicks.
Really? You do?
Yeah. We're both May 26th.
Look at you go. Yeah. That's great. I love that. I have the same birthday as Winona Ryder, which means nothing to me. I'm gonna go steal some sweaters about it. Oh God, we got to get to your number 5.
Number 5, once again, parodies outperforming or originals outperforming parodies. I have this is my second favorite parody on the record. Perform This Way.
I have that at number 4 simply because I love Lady Gaga so much. So I know what your first favorite parody is.
Yep. Yeah. Sounds like we have the same first favorite parody. It sounds like our top 4 or 3 might be pretty similar.
I think they're going to be.
I really like this song a lot. It's a really strong parody. Once again, one that's kind of evergreen. Lady Gaga hasn't gotten less popular, even though she's kind of shied away from the outrageous outfits and things like that. I think she's enough of like a zeitgeisty figure and has done enough of that stuff that people still remember that.
Oh, for sure. And on her Chromatica Ball tour, which she just kind of did this, she did a lot of the weird stuff that we're used to her doing. But I think that's the point of it. Like, we're used to, you cracked it. Yes. Oh, you get another button.
I had to pop myself a beer.
Oh.
See? Weird Al made a little soundbite for us. But I think what we're getting at is that we're used to Lady Gaga doing the weird stuff now. But whereas in 2011, it was still like new.
Well, I also think that it's sort of game recognized game. Because Weird Al, also known for wearing zany outfits.
That's very true.
Like, it feels very in defense of Lady Gaga at a time when she was not having a lot of people defend her and her choices for, in outfits.
Yeah. And do you know the whole backstory of how this song even came to be?
Yeah, like the record label denied it, or they said that Lady Gaga had denied it, or her rep said that she had denied it. And so he posted about it online, and she was like, no one told me about this. You absolutely can do that song.
Yeah. And I love that. I love that. I hate that it had to like happen that way.
Yeah.
But I love that it had to be like Lady Gaga being like, okay, people who are supposed to be working for me, like this is a thing that I would definitely want. So please let this weird man do this amazing thing.
Yeah. Also, maybe my favorite outfit he performs in when he does this song.
Big plushie.
Yeah. The big plushy octopus with the ice cream cone hat.
So great.
It's so good.
Great. Yeah. I saw him do that a couple of times. It's fun. And on subsequent tours on the so he did it with that on the tour in support of this, but on the Mandatory Fun tour, he did it as a big plush peacock.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember posting a photo on social media of him in the octopus outfit and saying like, this man belongs in a museum. And my mom said, he looks like he belongs in an institution. And I said, Mom, that's Weird Al. And she was like, oh, never mind. He's great. Like as soon as she realized who it was, she was like, oh, carry on.
Oh, no, never mind. This is what should be. This is what should be.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Oh God. We're into the top 4 now. Mm-hmm. I still have my number 8 and my 1, 2, and 3 left.
Okay.
So I have a feeling your number 4 is going to be what my number 8 is, but give it to me.
Is it Party in the CIA?
It most certainly is.
Okay. I actually just called an audible and flipped my number 3 and my number 4.
Ooh.
So this was originally my number 3, but then looking at my list again, I was like, wait a minute. No, I didn't mean to do that. So, yeah, I really like the original of this song. I don't love the lyrics to the original of this song, but I think that this song in that time did a lot for me to kind of come out of my pop hating shell a little bit.
That's fair.
And the reason is because I saw this tour called Where's the Band? And it was Anthony Ranieri from Bayside, Chris, last name from Saves the Day, the guy from Matt Nathanson. No, not Matt Nathanson. Matt, last name. What's his name? It's going to bother me. From the Get Up Kids. The guy from the Get Up Kids.
Oh, I don't know. This is outside of my wheelhouse.
Wait a minute.
Yep.
I'll go check.
I just love using that button.
Yep. What's that dude's name? This is really going to bother me because I listen to his solo stuff more than I listen to Get Up Kids. Matt Pryor. Matt Pryor from the Get Up Kids, and then Dustin Kensrue, the lead singer of Thrice. It was the 4 of them doing acoustic sets. Okay. And they all did acoustic sets, and then they did a bunch of songs together at the end. A super long show. And they were talking about how, and they're all punk rock emo bands. And Dustin Kensrue during his set was like, hey, you guys listen to Miley Cyrus? And everyone was very confused because it was like a bunch of punk rock emo kids. Mm-hmm. And he was like, no, he was like, we've been listening to Party in the USA a lot on the bus. And he goes, because Anthony, lead singer of Bayside, he goes, Anthony is obsessed with that song right now. And I got to admit, like, it's got a really good pop hook. And we've been trying to figure out how to write a song that has such a good hook to it, that has such a wide appeal, and we can't crack the code on it. It's like, it's all we're doing on the bus every night. And then when it was the 4 of them around the mic, they did Party in the USA together.
That's great. That's
and
great.
It broke my like weird punk rock emo kid, I'm too good for this stuff facade that I had around that time. Where it's like, well, if like my favorite guys are listening to this stuff, like I should be more adventurous and branch out too.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see how it did that to you. I think this song literally, Party in the CIA, got
Yeah.
docked points because I've had the original stuck in my head one too many times.
Yeah.
So I was just annoyed by it to that degree. But it's not a bad song. Like around this time, my boss at work had to go on a business trip to LA and she was flying into LAX. And I remember before she left, I was like, "Are you going with a dream and a cardigan?" And she was like, "What?" I was like, "Oh, you're going to the land of fame excess. Woo! Are you going
Yeah.
to fit in?" And she's like, "Oh," I'm like, "Yeah." And so then it was stuck in my head for a week.
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, I can't." Like, that's the problem. When I listen to Party in the USA or Party in the CIA, they just get stuck in my head.
Yeah.
Because it's such a perfect pop hook that it is such an earworm that I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't keep going back to that well. But I
Yeah.
don't have it super low. Like, it's in the top 2/3 of the album
Yeah.
for me. It's just like, I couldn't put it any higher than that just because I can't dip into it as much as I should, because I know once I do, it's never going to leave my brain.
Yeah. Yeah. I think what really sends it over the top for me too is the silencer noises. Makes me laugh
Yeah.
every time.
That's good. That's really good.
It's funny that there's one and then there's two. That always makes me laugh. Like the fact that it's so like he was like, okay, how do I incorporate the silencer noises but not make them overshadow the perfect pop like distillation of Party in the USA? And it was just like, oh, have it be like hand claps where you do one and then two later on.
Mm-hmm.
I just like, it's one of those moments of Weird Al genius where like, this is what sets them apart, because I don't think anyone else would like, they would just put silencer noises just to put them. But he was like, no, how does it fit? If we're going to do it, it has to fit.
Yeah, exactly. There are layers to Weird Al's genius that people don't appreciate, like at the outset. And that right there is absolutely one of them.
Yeah.
Top 3 time.
Top 3.
And we're left with 3 originals.
3 originals. Yes,
Let's see how this
indeed.
goes. What do you have at number 3?
Number 3, I have CNR.
That's my number 1.
Oh, really?
Yep. I will just, before you dip into why it's your number 3, let me just say why it's my number 1. It's my favorite White Stripes song.
Uh-huh.
Because it is such a perfect White Stripes pastiche that, like, he nailed all of it. And another thing I absolutely love is that when Weird Al did his Tiny Desk concert, he did CNR with them acoustically, and that is like right around the corner of Jack White's Third Man Records. So Jack White could have gone and watched this, and I want very badly to hear a version of Jack White doing CNR, because it will just illustrate how brilliant a style parody this song is. He nails everything the White Stripes are about and makes it about Charles Nelson Riley.
I could not have said that better myself. So I'm a diehard White Stripes Jack White fan. I love White Stripes Jack White. Mine too, right behind me. Yeah. You can't see on my camera, but right behind me is my Jack White poster from when I saw him. They're one of my favorite bands of all time. And it's such a perfect style parody. He nails that sound, the guitar tone, the solos, the way that like, and this is like not unique to Jack, but the way that Jack White like sneaks in extra words before a solo or like a little break, it's like the giddy up gene is such a good parody of what Jack White does with his lyrics and his phrasing.
Yes. Yeah. I just saw Jack White. It was over the summer. Down here
on the Supply Chain Issues tour?
Yeah. It was at the exact same venue I saw Ringo Starr and the All-Star Band 3 days later. It was so wild being in the same place, seeing a completely different thing with a completely different crowd. It was nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally get that. And you just feel it. And this is also me being a big game show nerd. I wrote my master's thesis about TV game shows. I love the Match Game. I did.
That's incredible. I love game shows.
So much.
Yeah. Same.
So much. I love Charles Nelson Riley.
Yeah.
And I love that in this song, Weird Al kind of turned him basically into like Chuck Norris. And it's a good joke. There are layers to this joke, and the style parody is spot on.
Yeah.
Like, this is Weird Al at peak Weird Al. It's just perfection.
Yep. Yeah, I love this song. And it's that wonderful thing that Al does sometimes where he takes archaic pop culture reference and marries it to extremely new pop culture reference. And you're like, why is he doing this? I'm not mad about it. It's just confusing that you're doing a song about Charles Nelson Riley in the year 2011. Like,
Yep.
how many people know who this is?
Exactly. And it's so funny because in one of the top 2 songs, he does the same thing, but the other way around with an archaic pop culture reference and a very current pop culture reference.
Yep.
So I need to know now. I need to know now. What's your number 2?
It's Craigslist.
That is also my number 2.
Nice.
I love Craigslist. I just saw him do this live.
Yeah, I've seen him do it live too.
Did he do the thing where he did like the breakdown, like where he like extended it out really long and he kind of took it into like, oh, it's so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good. So good. Do you know it's Ray Manzarek playing keyboards on this?
Yes, I did know that.
So great. So great. Like he nails like all the Jim Morrison stuff.
All the Jim. It's maybe his best like trying to sound like the guy.
Yeah.
Performance on any song. He sounds a lot like him. It's weird.
It's very weird. It's very weird. I was on a cell phone call with my mother.
It's so good. The poetry breakdown in the middle is a perfect joke. Like it's a totally perfect like if you know the Doors music and know the like spoken word breakdowns that Jim Morrison did, it's perfect.
And this is what I was saying. Like it's an old pop culture reference in the Doors music with Craigslist, which is current. And like it's the same, but it's the other way around. Yeah. Do you want my styrofoam piece?
Oh, that's my favorite part of the song. Also, a particular shout out to Bermuda on this one. His Doors drumming is incredible. Like totally on point.
So good. Yeah. So incredibly good. I love it. I love it. Yeah, this song is just like, this is one of those Weird Al tracks too that took it took a minute to grow on me. Okay. But once I fully appreciated it, I was like, this is one of the most brilliant things that this man has ever done.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. He just commits so hard. I think you can tell too when he works with people involved with the thing he's parodying or the source material he's using. You can tell how it kind of elevates his game a little bit because I feel like Beverly Hillbillies is kind of the same because that's Mark Knopfler playing guitar. Yes. And it's a pretty good Dire Straits impression that he does on that too.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I mean, that one was done contractually. This one was done voluntarily. But
yeah. Yeah. It's. I think it's his. Okay, this is the best mixed song on the record. This song sounds amazing.
It's a masterpiece.
Yeah, it's real good.
An absolute masterpiece. It's so good. So we know what your number 1 is. It's my number 3.
Yeah.
Tell people.
Skipper Dan. I think it's my favorite Weird Al song.
Really?
I think it's my favorite Weird Al song. I love this song.
It's a Weezer style parody.
Yeah, and it's a really good one too. It sounds a lot like Pork and Beans.
It does.
It sounds a lot like Pork and Beans, but just the subject matter too of just like this burnout, really like bitter actor who couldn't make it, being forced to work at Disney. Oh, it's such a good idea for a song. It's such a good idea for a song. And like, you live in Florida. I'm from California. Do you have friends who work at the park?
Yeah.
Same. And I think it's funnier for the people who live close to the parks.
That's
because you can firsthand experience the two things that are going on here, which is one, the people just trying to make it in the area where the park is, and that's the only employment option you have.
Yep.
And two, the sort of Disney adultification of it all. Because I would say that I did a brief stint Disney adult adjacent, by which I mean I had an annual pass because the girl I was dating at the time lived near the park. And when I would go visit her, we would go to the park.
Okay.
So I've spent a lot of time at Disneyland. More than I think most people would think talking to me. But I love the Jungle Cruise. It's my second favorite ride there behind Haunted Mansion. And for me, being a skipper is like the highest honor. Like that is the job I would want if I worked at a Disney park.
Oh, for sure. Cause like they get to have fun
Yeah.
with what they're doing. But like, I love, the whole burnt out. Like I could have been so much more.
Mhm.
I think there are people who, like, no matter what it is you're doing, you're like, oh, I could have been so much
Yeah.
more. Like, I can even think about it. I was like, okay, I got my MFA in creative writing and I work in doing marketing copywriting
Mhm.
for a large multinational internet marketing company.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, okay, I did get to write a really fun poem about a deal that we were doing that everybody seemed to kind of love, but I just went all Dr. Seuss on it, but I was like,
Mhm.
okay, that's the most creative writing that I've
Yeah.
done in quite some time. And so I was like, I kind of get it, you know, it's like, oh, I could have written a novel,
Yeah.
but I couldn't have.
Yeah,
You know?
I know. I get that way too, where I'm just like, in another life, I could have, me and my friends making dumb short films in high school, we just missed the boat on becoming YouTube famous. But then it was like, well, what ideas would we have had if we needed to come up with something like every week? Like,
Right.
this is something we would do once a year during the summer, right? Like, it was just so we weren't like bored during the summer project. We had all year to work on it.
Yeah.
If we were on YouTube, people would want stuff at least once a month. Like, I don't know if we would have had enough ideas to turn that out. Realistically thinking about it, but then when you see how much these people make and how much fun a lot of it does seem to be, it's just like, oh, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I missed the boat on that. Like, could I have done this? There's always a big what if.
Yep. And this definitely illustrates all the big what ifs in life. You know, I went to Juilliard. I was the star that, you know, this, that, and the other.
Mhm.
They said I was the next Olivier. And it's like, well, no, but you're a tour guide on the Jungle Cruise ride.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny too, because I was thinking about this. My major was like film and media studies and history. And for me, like an aspiration would be to be a tour guide for the Universal Studios tour.
Oh.
Partially because we went for our first wedding anniversary. And obviously Jaws, very important film to me, as we talked about at the top of the show.
Yes.
Dude got facts about Jaws wrong on the tram tour. And it was one of those things where it registered in my wife's brain before it hit like my brain what the dude had said, because I felt a hand tense up on my leg. Like, hey, I know you're going to try to fight this person, but you really need to handle your stuff before, like, don't get out of hand on this. And he said what he said. And so first off, he got who directed the Hulk movie wrong. He said Sam Raimi directed Hulk, which it was Ang Lee. I was already kind of mad at him about that.
Yeah.
And then when we got to the Jaws part, when the shark comes out of the water, he referred to Quint as Hopper, who is, one, not a character in Jaws, two, not the character who gets eaten by the shark, and three, a guy from Stranger Things.
No.
Yeah, he was like, oh, poor Hopper. And I was like, I felt myself get hot. Like, I actually got hot when he did that, because I was like, this is your job. Like, do your job.
Do your job.
Do your job. Like, no, your job is to know this and repeat this every day. Get it right. Especially with a movie like Jaws. And like, when we got off the tram, my wife was like, you should do that. And I was like, oh, I'd never considered that before, but that's like a perfect use of a film history degree, is being a tour guide on the tram ride at Universal. Like, I feel like if you have a degree in film history, you could do pretty well at that. And I think be able to do some of because they have like the VIP backlot tours where they actually take you on sets. And
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like, I feel like a film history degree would be perfect for that. And so I looked into how to get hired as a Universal Studios employee doing tram tours. And I remember thinking, is this my Skipper Dan origin story?
Oh my God. what a wild thought to have.
Yep.
That's amazing. It's such a good song. And I'm glad it's your number one. And I'm glad our top three were the same, even though they were in a different order.
Yeah.
So, well, MJ, thank you. This was incredible. This was amazing. And I know you said it at the beginning, but say it here again at the end, because now people who may not have heard you on your first appearance, because it has been a little bit since you've been on the show, tell them again where they can listen to this amazing stuff that you do.
Yeah, so Let's Jaws for a Minute and Real Perspective, that's REEL Perspective, both, I think, on every major podcasting platform except Amazon. We haven't gotten over to Amazon yet. I don't know if there's enough of an Amazon Music user base to justify it. I mean, I guess, get your show out where you can get it, but I don't know. But yeah, we're on, I think, everything else besides that. I know we're on Spotify, we're on Apple, and we're on Google. So
you're on the
three.
biggins.
Yeah. You can follow me on Twitter at mjsmith891, all one word. You can follow me on Instagram at mjsmith891. I have a link tree in my bio that has links to both shows. And then once again, to recap right now, we just finished our first Spielberg season of Let's Jaws for a Minute, and I can tell you that that the next season is going to be either the filmography of Robert Shaw, the filmography of Roy Scheider, or the filmography of Richard Dreyfuss, or a fourth thing that we let our patrons decide what the fourth option would be.
Dun,
so we
dun,
give them some more weight in our poll.
Cool.
What I can tell you is it will not be Spielberg season 2. We're taking breaks between the Spielberg sections, just so we're not watching all of his movies at once.
I love that. Yeah.
For 4 seasons. So, yep. So Duel Through Hook is our first season, and then TBD what our next season is going to be.
That's awesome. Yeah, folks listening to this, if you love Weird Al, you love pop culture, and you'll definitely love the stuff that MJ is putting out there into the world with his shows. So please go check them out. I will put links in the description of this episode for all of that fun stuff. So, expand your podcast repertoire once again with this fine gentleman's stuff. I think it's time for me to hit this last button, and
that's when those security guards threw us out.
So MJ, thank you again for being here on Beard Al to rank the tracks of Alpocalypse.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me again, Lauren.
Yay! And with all of that, this has been the last episode of the Beard Al podcast for the year 2022. John and I are going to come at you again next week, and I actually know what we're talking about. It's a polka. We're going to open up the year with a polka. Bye!
Sorry, we got a 1. We got a pencil again.